What's wrong with Kwame? He talking mad crazy. What is he saying? What is he saying? Tell me what he's saying. Kwame and Carcino is talking crazy. Yeah, Kwame Brown is super biased. It's sad to say lost a lot of respect. Oh, he's talking about me negatively? Well, I mean, listen, if I'm not mistaken, Kwame Brown used to be on my nuts. It's the honest to God truth. Hey man, I like what you're talking about, bro. I like it. Used to be all on my nuts. All the time. I'm keeping it 100. But I understand that Kwame Brown, after his whole thing with Gilbert Arenas, and from a business perspective, his whole thing with Gilbert Arenas, his whole thing with Stephen A. Smith, Kwame Brown caught a wave. He caught a wave, and that's how he was able to build up his platform to get to whatever his subscribers is. But Kwame Brown hit a ceiling. Because what we all realized was that Kwame Brown wasn't as good as the wave that he was riding. So now, what is he doing? He's trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure out the content side. He's trying to do all of this. He's trying to do all of that. And I respect it. I respect the game. That's the name of the game. He's not able to grow his platform based off of his own analysis, based off of his own content. And so, you know, he do these dusty live streams where it's just him off camera. Yeah, because you know me. And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So Kwame get the stimmy pack like everybody else. But you know what's embarrassing is because Kwame is supposed to be better than the dusty niggas that he's spending all of his time hanging around. What are you doing panels with randoms that you don't even know? That's for regular everyday people like me that didn't have the back. I see why Jordan was like, man, this nigga soft.
Got to get back to training. Not for basketball. I got to train for these dudes that run their mouth, but they like chicks. So they got to go get other bad dudes. So I got to train now. You're supposed to be the manly man, the bag chaser. And what I watched happen was somebody in a chat tell you that I said something, right? You didn't see nothing I said. You immediately invite me to your lower part. That's what you invited me to. I don't know what your fetish is with men, but I have the text message and the conversation that me and you had when you said you wanted to do an interview with me and you said you wanted to fly me out. And I heard a video of you telling another man, I'm going to fly you out like one of my chicks. So guess what I told you? I said, nah, I'm going to drive. I said, I'm a different type of cat. I like to drive. Remember I told you that? I'll come to you. Don't worry about it. But then after I start seeing more of the way you bit, run your mouth like that. And I realized, I said, no, your male bravado is caught up in money. It's not caught up in masculinity. See, if you was masculine, you wouldn't be running around here starting fires with people. You speak when spoken to. Now, what I did was, and shout out to Corey Holcomb, I do not agree with Corey Holcomb putting his hands on a woman at all. But shout out to Corey Holcomb for at least being man enough that you put this out on the internet. He didn't come and look at my page and go, F you, Kwame, you doing this, you a sucker, you was on my, you know what? He didn't do that. Guess what? I gave a fair assessment of what I saw. And it's called an opinion, you so-called smart guy. I forgot, you said you was a C student. You may be more like an F student. You're gonna sue Corey Holcomb for doxing your daughter, right? Which all he did was put up the picture, which is bad. He put a picture up, never said the child's name or nothing. Guess what you did? My daughter's such and such right here, y'all. She's the #1 athlete over here. Yeah, this is my daughter. She's #1 over here. You said your child name. You did. You're so in tune with your family. You're such a in tune father that while your daughter is so-called going through the worst time of her life, you're listening to other people in the chat and you're responding to YouTubers that could potentially talk about her. Myself. The only thing I said was a fair assessment. I said, you shouldn't have been microaggressing a man. And you should have used your intelligence and control the room. You didn't. You didn't use any intelligence that you claim to have, C student.
Oh, yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as the Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels conversation has came up once again, but this time it's involving Kwame Brown because he gave his assessment on the incident that went down, as y'all heard him say right there. And Anton Daniels must didn't like what he said. And I had a link in the description where I could watch the clips at the beginning and full it from Anton Daniels' channel because it came up twice over there. And then also Kwame Brown has talked about it multiple times on his as well. This been coming down my timeline now. People been sending it to me. People brought it up on my live the other night and was asking me what I thought about it. And we looked at it on there and I told them I was going to make a video on it eventually. So we here, and it is freezing cold out here right now, so y'all gotta excuse me a little bit. I'm kind of shivering. It's cold out here in H-Town today, but hear this right here, bro. I'll be real with you. This all started, I'm gonna keep it 100. Anton Daniels, and I do feel like he really didn't anticipate it to go this far, but he most definitely is the guy that started the fire that was looking for the moment where he went on to Corey Holcomb's show. From the beginning of that conversation, me watching from afar, he's that guy that goes into places and he's purposely trying to like gaslight, purposely trying to play with your intelligence, purposely trying to rage bait and look for a moment. He done already studied Corey Holcomb out and he went in there for that. Corey Holcomb was thinking, hey, this will be a good conversation. It'll go up because we not going to agree with each other, but he didn't know that it was going to go to that level. Well, everything that went down, when I'm guessing Kwame Brown gave his opinion on it, and I saw another clip of Kwame Brown. He was talking about his wife. He was going in on his wife on there, and I guess the one of the platforms might have moved that video or took it off or something. I don't know for sure what happened with that, but we saw with Corey Holcomb had put his daughter up on the screen, was cracking jokes on her. I don't agree with that at all. I don't think that's necessary. That was between them two, Anton and Corey. Keep it between y'all, but when you go at Corey Holcomb, you already know he going low. He don't care how you think. He don't care how you feel. That's just my perspective of how I am if it's an issue with somebody, especially if we already been there with each other side by side. Hey, bro, this is going to be between me and you or I'm going to be quiet. But Corey Holcomb, we know he don't care. He ain't playing fair. As Anton Daniels has most definitely got on the internet and used verbiage and language like he could possibly been having legal matters and his daughter's affected. I don't know how true all of that is. He brought that to the internet. He used that and said my family's in shambles right now. We have to go get my daughter the help she needs. We got to go to the school. And I don't know if none of that is true. I wouldn't want that for nobody, child. That's why kids is off limits for me at this. But at the end of the day, no matter how they feel going back and forth, you hear Anton Daniels telling people once again, a man private's parts, some words you shouldn't use, and that's what almost made this go up in the first place with him and Corey Holcomb. And then now he goes and does the same thing to Kwame Brown, saying, man, he was on my nuts, and it's like, here we go again, bro. Just the verbiage, the language, the things that you say, bro, and it's like it is what it is at this point, bro. It'll die down, but right now they into it, going back and forth. People are interested in this, though. The comments be coming in. The people be on the streams want to hear about it. So people is most definitely tuning in, and I'm pretty sure Anton Daniels is looking at this like, hey, I was looking for some rage-bait stuff. I'm going to capitalize on it and keep going what I already got going on, and it is what it is at this point in time. When I seen him linking with Charleston White, and then that's when I first seen Anton Daniels. Then after that, I started seeing him have opinions on topics, and I catch it here and there. I never really just watched him and paid attention to everything he covers, because it do seem like he cover a little bit of everything. But I can tell his talking angles and points. It's like, nah, you don't really believe that, but you gonna push that because it's gonna get the people to lock into it. But to each his own, man. Corey Holcomb, also that video came out with him putting his hands on a woman. I don't agree with that either. I feel like in life, man, we not supposed to even argue with women at all. I've made the mistake and got into back and forth with women. I'm not even talking about women I'm dating or cool with. I'm saying I'm at a restaurant. I done got into a back and forth with the woman waiter before. Why did I do that? Back in the day when I had a job. Female coworker up there tripping, in her feelings, being emotional, crossing the line. Then I gotta go, hey man, who you talking to? Whoop-de-whoop. All right, that's really beneath me to even go back and forth with a woman. I'm not putting my hands on a woman, and I don't agree with that at all. But once again, Corey Holcomb, he does not care. He gonna stand on it. We know this. Boys grew up looking at Corey Holcomb as a comedian. So, and then him on 5150 show, we know what he on. He do not care what nobody got to say. He done already pretty much told the story of what happened with that situation right there. So it's just gonna be some more for him to talk about on Tuesday. But we'll see what happens. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that 1000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.